What is up, guys? It is Sam, the Raid Man. Today we are on a subscriber's account. We are on Dr. AB's account. Asked me for some coaching, potentially going to look into doing a takeover for him. So wanted to show you guys this, see if you guys get anything from it. This is not really an early game takeover. This is our coaching session. This is much more of a in-game. So he wanted me to focus on three main areas: Nightmare, Hydra, Nightmare, Chimera, and then Tag Team Arena. So we're going to do some coaching, basically take a look at his account, see what kind of champions he has, what kind of gear he has, and then I'm going to suggest some possible teams for those areas. So this guy is level 66, does have a lot of mythicals. I see 7 mythicals here. Let's double check that that's all of them. Yep, 9 mythicals here. 2 rows of 4 and then 1 more. A few really good ones, a few that I don't have, so I had to kind of familiarize myself with their kits. So I'm still a little bit unsure, but I'm gonna try and make the best suggestions that I can. If you want an amazing start in Raid Shadow Legends, make sure to use the link in the description of this video to get a free Elenarl, Supreme Gaelic, and 3 epic champions as you level up throughout the game. I have 4 simple steps for you. Step 1, log out of Play and Play on your computer and uninstall it. If you are also on a mobile phone, you've never had Raid installed, it will work on the mobile phone as well. Step 2, click on the link in the description of this video and register to Plarium with a brand new email. Step 3, log into Raid and complete the tutorial. Step 4, go to your inbox and collect your first free legendary champion, which should be Elenarl. Then use the promo code Supreme6 to get your Void Legendary Supreme Gaelic. You also get your 3 epics as you level up through the game. Make sure to use this link if you want a great start in Raid. Really good champions. We got Odin, we got a 6-star Awakened Newt, Armand's Ninja, Eman, Trunda, Wukong, Kymar, Theodore, Eastrid. Got the Fabian Fusion, has a Thor. Got the Atlas login, got a Rathalos. Got a Vitreous I pulled out of the vault. And then we got some other champions in the vault. Nobody that caught too much of my attention, at least not for the areas that we were looking at today. But let's go ahead and start with Hydra, because I think this one is the most straightforward in terms of what team I would suggest. So for Nightmare Hydra, I've already built a team, or kind of put in a preset for the team that I think is his best option. So I'm going to go through each of these champions kits and talk about why I think they're so good. So Duchess is going to bring our Perfect Veil. She also brings a speed aura, increased attack, revive with some heals, and a little bit of shielding on the A1. She's got some passive protection, but realistically it's just about the veil and survivability. Now next up, each champion does a ton. And Androck, I kind of want to put him in every single team. I think he's pretty strong, very strong, and I'm jealous that I don't have him. So mostly this A1 form is more keeping your team alive. So his A1 places increased defense on everybody, only for 1 turn, but still a very strong A1. A2 increases duration of all ally buffs and then heals all allies for every buff. Again, he's defense based, we like that. A3, Rock of Werenbur, increased resistance, strengthen, and continuous heal on all allies, places an additional continuous heal if someone's below half health. On a 3-turn cooldown, it's pretty nuts. So he's going buffing, extending, increased defense, buffing, extending, increased defense, which is all very, very strong. But realistically, his passive is what makes him like a step above. And his passive is Knights of the Wild, increases champion's resistance by 10 for each buff on each ally, very strong. Critical hits inflicted by allies, so the other 5 champions of your team, and also including himself, so all 6 champions. Critical hits inflicted by allies fills the turn meter of all allies by 5%, occurs once per skill. So in this team, if we're not going to count Duchess because she probably won't crit, but if Androck crits, everybody in the team gets 5% turn meter. If Gizmak crits, 5% turn meter. Chris crits, 5% turn meter. Newt counterattacks and crits, 5% turn meter. Sun Wukong crits, 5% turn meter. All of them is just constantly boosting turn meter, and most of them will have crit rate. I think even their Krisk has some crit rate. Yeah, 61% crit rate. So like they're still going to crit a lot of the time. Duchess has some, just kind of naturally, 26%, and it will happen, especially against if she's fighting a stronger affinity. Obviously you have 1, 2, 3, 4 champions built with 100% crit rate, and so they will be critting all the time to give everyone lots and lots of turn meter. He's kind of an engine to speed your team up a ton, as well as buffing and helping you keep alive. Now Krisk does a lot of the same stuff. He's going to extend buffs, place ally protection on everybody. He's also bringing AoE decreased speed, and he's bringing our Provoke. He's gonna be our Provoke champion. He can also be a mischief target if you build him well enough. He does some decreased defense and some decreased attack with his passive as well. My only concern with Krisk is this Provoke sometimes can be tough to get back to if he's not fast enough. Hopefully with the Androck passive, we should get enough turn meter. Now Gizmak is broken. I knew he was strong, but after using him and looking at his kit, he's even better than I realized at first. So Gizmak, mostly in this primary form, we're just gonna go through the order of the skills that I would use. We're gonna open up passive, before any champion takes their turn in a round, places HP burn on all enemies for 2 turns, occurs once per round. So that's just the beginning of a Hydra battle or an arena battle, but he places it for 2 turns, which is sweet. If he has 100% crit rate or higher, it cannot be resisted, which is insane. Also, before the start of this champion's turn, 50% chance placing HP burn on all allies or all enemies for 1 turn. This effect cannot be resisted, again, if he's got full crit rate. So you don't need accuracy on that, but every turn he's got a chance of placing it on everybody, basically. And then Let Me At Him places increased crit damage and increased crit rate on all allies and increased speed for 3 turns, then grants an extra turn. 3-turn duration, essentially on a 3-turn cooldown, is crazy because it gets the extra turn. Flames of Resentment. I'm feeling a lot of resentment right now that I don't have this champion. AoE, before attacking, increases the duration of all HP burns, then activates all HP burns. Again, can't be resisted with full crit rate. Finally, increases the duration of all debuffs on all allies or all enemies by 1 turn, and then places decreased speed on enemies for 2 turns. Again, can't be resisted. It's unbelievable. And that's if it's critical. So again, with weak affinity, he could not crit and not do that, but he's still pretty insane. A1 increases the duration of HP burn or decreases buffs. And then if people aren't under HP burn, then he attacks them and then decreases buffs. So you're gonna build him with 100% crit rate, build him a nuke, build him fast, and he's just bonkers. He's bringing increased speed to your team, decreased speed to the enemy's team, and so much HP burn damage. And then he's got a lot of damage here on the alternate form, but I think that's much more useful for the arena. I wouldn't even personally use that in Hydra because I think the increased speed and decreased speed is so valuable. Next up, we have Newt. Everyone knows Newt. Enemy max HP, AoE, decreased attack and weaken, counterattack on himself, and then triple hitter on the A1. Just hits very hard, and with a 6-star soul, he's going to be doing a lot of damage. Now, Wukong is someone that he had not had built out, so I would suggest building this champion out, and he's going to be our block buff champion because he is booked. 3-turn buff steal, and then placing block buffs is huge, and he can also do a lot of damage. He also revives himself, so you don't have to worry about making him tanky. If he's squishy, that's fine. I think this team will easily do a 1 key. That's what his goal was 36 million. I messed around with it without even re-gearing everybody and got to like 15 million pretty easily, and I'm confident, very confident, with 10 to 20 minutes of gearing, I could get it probably to an automatic 1 key. So that one I'm very, very confident in. Now the other areas become more difficult. Chimera and Tag Arena is not near as simple. Chimera is Nightmare is what I do. I have tried Ultra Nightmare and I cannot do it. So it looks like only 1 guy is currently hitting it. I think the easiest decision for sure is Newt. Right, he is one of the best damage dealers, if not the best damage dealer, up there with Marius, I guess, and Acrisia for Chimera, and a 6-star soul makes him even better. Potentially, I think Soul Reap is a waste. Maybe we'd want Crushing Rend, but that's up to you. Duchess, I kind of think is the best support option. There's a few other ones. I was looking on the Artifact Optimizer to see what other people have done. RBEs could potentially be worked in tandem or in replacement of. Freya is also good, and he looks like he just pulled a, where is she? White Queen and Cora, who's currently being leveled up. So potentially one of those could replace Duchess. But I think RBE seems to be very good here. So she is built very, very fast on this account. 358, increased attack, increased accuracy, buff strip, and then buff increased duration, revive on death, and then block active skills we don't really care about. But pretty good there. And then on the passive, she does a lot of buffing, continuous heals, taunt, stone skin, leech, and HP burn, which both can be very good. And then continuous heals on different people. So I think that's very, very good. She's obviously got the speed pat aura, and then her passive places decreased speed on the attacker for 2 turns. Also decrease the champion the damage taken by allies by 20%. This champion will receive that damage instead, which is why she has to heal herself on her A1. Not really sure what's going on with the internet. We're just going to ignore that. So I think she is a good shout. Now, Androck, it's just hard for me to not include him in every team. I did notice when we went super buff heavy, I just tried out Chimera, we got our buff stripped. So I think building up some resistance could potentially help with that. Increased resistance was not enough, and we don't have decreased accuracy for the Chimera. So definitely have to be careful when we buff, but his passive, just turn meter gain, is just so significant. It is so, so massive. And then the same thing with Gizmek. Gizmek seems to be our second damage with Newt. Increased speed on you, decreased speed on the clan, but Chimera is so big. I looked at a lot of teams and they had Eastrid, and Eastrid is amazing. I typically would love to use Eastrid. The issue with her is she just doesn't do as much damage or as much as Gizmek does. Gizmek does more and does it better. And building him with crit rate is going to give you a lot of synergy with Androck as well. We'll try and wrap this up because my computer is fussing and freaking out. But I think that team could potentially work with some re-gears. I think that's got the chance to go the distance. Now, Tag Team Arena has the most flexibility, but also you just have so many choices on this account for Dr. AB. I don't see too many valid or super competitive go second teams. Obviously you have a UDK, so that could be part of it. I think Fabian can also be part of a go second team. Freya can be part of a go second team. Pythion's often in there. I just don't know enough about each of these mythical champions to know who would be most suited for a go second team. So I have proposed 3 go first teams because we have some amazing speed lead, speed aura champions. So not Chimera, this time we're going back to the arena. For tag arena, these are the 3 teams that I propose. We scroll down here. First one I have is Armand's. So he's our speed aura. He's obviously going to be doing our stunning and crowd control. And then I have Crixia, who basically can do one of 2 things. She can either lock out, buff strip, and then lock out, or she can go on your side. If you get locked out, she can also turn meter fill, and she can full cleanse and then reduce your skill cooldown. So she's got that choice depending on what you need. Nice is an amazing damage dealer. He can block revive on his main form. If he gets nuked, meaning if this team does not go first, then he can switch to his other form when he tries to die and then AoE attack everybody here. Gizmak is again very, very good. I don't know which team would be best, but in this one he might follow up our Crixia. Increase speed on us, decrease speed on them, HP burns, and then smacks on the alternative form. So definitely some flexibility here, but I think that the base of that team, the bones of that team, very, very solid. Looks like I might be getting kicked out. Okay, we will be right back. Okay, I'm not sure what the issue was there, but second team I have was going to be this Arbe's team. Again, she's built fast, increase speed or increase attack, increase turn meter, which I think pairs perfectly with Commodus, who is a bomb champion. So my suggestion would be open with Arbe's, increase attack, increase accuracy, switch to the alternate form for Commodus, AoE weaken, and then place the giant bombs. I have Garrow in here on it, switch to his alternate form, and he just nukes, does some ally attacks. Sun Wukong can steal buffs and also just nuke with this A3. And again, can kind of keep you alive in case he goes down. Lastly, this is the one I feel the least confident in, but I think there's so much flexibility. This could work, or we could be able to go second team. I have Odin because he's too much of a waste to not use first. We got a 6-star soul on him. And then Chimera, and then Fabian. So Chimera and Fabian would be doing control. Odin would do buff stripping and control. And then I have Aphidus doing our damage, but potentially that could be somebody else. That could be a Garrow, that could be a He-Man, Trunda, even like a +4 6-star awakened Skull Crown could do some damage. Thor could definitely do a lot of good damage. He would be one of the next shouts, or Alice potentially as well, because she's got a 5-star soul. So we're not lacking choices for damage. It's kind of just how fast can we get our champions to go? Can we link them into our turn meter, our control champions, and then nuke them down? I like teams like this that have double buff strips because that would give us chances for defeating Stone Skin teams. Teams like this, we can try and lock them out if they have Stone Skin, and then this one will bomb through Stone Skins, and then Wukong can try and steal the Stone Skins. So all 3 of them have ways to deal with the Stone Skins. I believe even Gizmak does as well, because he's got his abilities on the second, which is activating HP burn and doing stuff like that. People are under Stone Skin. So, all right. Clearly I'm having some internet connectivity issues. But let me know if you guys would like some coaching or account takeovers. I will start doing those more and more often, particularly starting to do some on stream if that's something that you guys will want. I've got a few people messaging me for takeovers, so we'll continue working on this, but hopefully this content is interesting and helpful for you. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to message me in Discord, and I'm more than happy to answer, give you some advice, or perhaps even record a video like this. So thank you guys for watching, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.